Hello.
Hi.
I was muted.
Hey.
Hi.
I was. You didn't hear my R.
It's not too late.
R.
There we go.
This is the only ninja thing that I have
Arthur.
without going on Amazon.
Batman is not a ninja.
He is kind of. He was trained by ninjas
Okay.
in Batman Begins and Liam Neeson.
So welcome.
Welcome to
Welcome,
Literally
everyone.
Wasted.
Cheers,
here.
everyone. Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
We're here for a very important
Cheers.
live discussion. Talking about these books.
These books.
Books.
Yeah, so chime in and let us know which one you were, because we don't actually know. Some people got really overzealous, Leanne, and read both books.
No, last I heard, she was at the halfway point of the second of each book. So
yeah.
she's probably not here yet, but when she's here, I want to know what her status is.
So I was clearly of Shadow and Sea,
Uh-huh.
the ninja book starring Shera, the better one. Team Shera. That's right,
How dare you?
Philip. Team Shera.
No,
Shera.
come on,
Shera.
guys. You're biased. You don't know. You don't know.
You
any
don't
better.
know.
You don't know.
You don't
Yeah,
know.
that's true. You don't know.
Maybe they're
You don't
both
know.
just equally fantastic.
Nah.
Well, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, we got a bunch of pirates, a bunch of ninjas.
So
Sub
before
ninjas.
we get started, I just want to throw this out there that we're probably going to spoil a whole bunch of stuff for both sides. So if you're not comfortable with that, you might want to tune in later after you finish the books.
Look at this. Look at this.
Oopsie poopsie.
Read both, but I'm Team Shadow.
Yeah, but which one did you read
Pow.
first? That's actually one of the discussion questions.
Oh, that does make a difference, right?
There we go. We got the other half
There
there.
we go. There we go,
There
Henry.
you go.
Okay, so we read up to chapter 12, not through chapter 12, up to chapter 12. So through chapter 11, stop when you see chapter 12. Don't read anymore.
If
Although
you read
a lot
chapter
of
12,
people
you've gone
did.
too far.
If you read the whole book, you've gone too far. Yeah, we're going to do some quick recaps.
Yes.
Christy has stuff written on paper, and Talia and I are just going to remember like ninjas do.
Yeah.
Yes, because there's a whole guild for that.
That's right.
Hopefully,
The Remembering Guild.
our stopping places were a little similar. I think they were similar. I think maybe ninjas got a little ahead of pirates.
Yeah, we did.
But our recap of Sea and Shadow, which is Team Pirate. Calder, his ship and crew, and his clients are at an island where Nakothi was buried to retrieve one of Nakothi's hearts to grant immortality to a second emperor. They meet Calder's mother and a bunch of the Black Watch there and are attacked by the evil consultants
No!
and the children of Nakothi. Meanwhile, Jerry is in a cell somewhere being held by the consultants.
Okay, so ninjas got ahead. We got a little bit of extra information. We got Shera.
Shera.
That's how
I
they
didn't
pronounce it in the audio.
Listen to it.
Shera is awesome.
Shera is awesome, and she loves taking naps, which I'm a big fan of.
Oh, I didn't know this.
She's the laziest.
Spoiler.
She's
She
the
is-
laziest ninja. It's my favorite.
She and they are also on the Dead Body Island, trying to
Yeah.
retrieve Nakothi's heart. And there's been some battles versus some evil pirate people, big, tall ninja.
Yeah, why are they
big,
messing up
tall
our
pirate
plan?
people.
Why are all these pirates
Calder
getting in our
Martin
way?
Is just a big jerk, and he's got this.
These pirates have done nothing.
Excuse me, this is our recap.
Oh, this is going to be good, y'all. I'm so
Okay, that
excited
was-
So
for
the
this
pirates
discussion.
keep getting in our way. We're just trying to do our job, what we're hired to do, and trying to prevent the nasty zombie cult from taking over. And yet, somebody keeps heart blocking us.
Yeah, heart blocking, and there's a guy that the pirates are helping, trying to get this heart out. And he's got a bandaged woman, soulbound, who's just evil, and
She's
she is
greatest.
so.
We're going to
evil.
talk about
No,
that. She's not
she is
evil. She's
evil.
amazing.
And this guy is trying to get the heart, and all we're trying to do is get the heart so that we can protect
mean
everybody as we do.
steal
We're
the
trying to
heart
protect
after
the
we did all
empire.
of the work.
Well, yeah, the work smarter, not harder.
Yeah, trying to protect it. We have to protect it from the evils of society. All these soulbound, you control your own. What kind of crazy evil man can control his own ship with his mind or whatever?
That's weird.
Clearly, you're reading the wrong book.
That's weird.
they explain that in our book.
But Shera,
something
we're getting some good backstory with her and how she was introduced to the Consultant Guild and how she is now working with. She's being trained by the Emperor himself. to be
Wow.
a badass ninja.
She was.
Wait. Wait, what? What did you just say? Shera is being trained by the Emperor?
Yes.
What?
Whoa. I had
Spoiler!
no idea about that. No, guys, there's going to be a ton of these.
No, we just
Also, should we? I mean, I didn't catch everybody up to where we stopped, because where we stopped,
we
I
just
feel
got the
like
heart.
we just got the heart. Blah, blah,
Which-
blah.
The
I mean,
pirate book stopped right before y'all got the heart, I think.
I
That
kinda
it was
saw
in the
that
works.
coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
We kind of saw that coming.
I mean, it's probably not a good sign that we're halfway through and we have the heart, which means there's probably going to be a reversal.
Well, yeah, the good guys are going to win, so you're definitely going to lose the heart.
Come on, come on. This consultant guild, the gardeners.
We're the gardeners, and we're gonna prune all the pirates.
Yeah.
Yep.
And did not see the crazy zombie animals coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, really.
I was wondering what Talia was
Sorry,
thinking about
Talia.
that
I
one.
had no idea.
Christy, let's just take a minute to talk about how you tricked me into reading a zombie book.
Okay,
I will not forget this.
technically, they're like part god zombies, right? So
No,
that's not the same
There
level.
was a rabbit. There was a rabbit made out of tendons and bones, and it had a mouthful of fangs.
Oh, you missed one that you would have really hated in the pirate book, and I'm not even going to tell you about it because you would really, really hate it.
Ah.
Are we everyone's referencing the mummy girl.
That's what's his face is
It's
That's the
Tristania,
Tristania. Yeah,
which is
The one with the
Nibirus.
whip.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Nibirus' silent one.
she has the
Yes.
electric whip.
She's
We-
awesome.
We got some cool people on that ship.
Okay,
Mm.
should we just go into that? I need to clear it up.
Some cool people on our ship.
No,
We've got some. Yeah, we've
listen.
got a bigger, better ship. I don't even know
Yeah,
if you know
It's
about
got
our
an
ship.
eyeball on it.
Yeah, an eyeball.
we don't know
Well,
anything about
That's
your ship.
right.
Yeah,
I
no
feel
one
like-
does because we're ninjas.
I feel like y'all know way more about us than we know about y'all.
Oh, yeah,
we
because
know
we're ninjas.
nothing.
Because
We
we,
have
have
files.
we have an entire guild whose job it is to get information. So we know everything.
Yeah, no, like we saw Shera in like 2 spots, and that's it.
nice.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have files on you.
Yeah.
We did hear about the files, but yeah.
You know what
of
else
them
has an
need to be
eyeball at the
updated.
top? The Technodrome.
Yeah, the evil bad guys.
You're right. that
Boom.
is- yeah.
Crying.
I was about to make a Ninja Turtles reference, but
Well, I
that's
don't
actually
fit
that's
this
not the
reference,
Turtles.
so it doesn't affect me at all.
Yeah,
not-
the bad
turtles
guys
don't
have
like
the
you.
eyeball on their ship, Adam.
That's
You're
true.
exactly right.
You got me
Well,
there. I got
pirates-
myself.
Have scurvy.
Yeah, Shera's files
Yeah.
were not complete because we didn't know that Calder Martin's wife was some sort of magician lady.
Guess who also didn't know?
Calder
Calder and
Martin.
his whole crew. And he's known her for 13 years and he had no
Ooh.
idea.
Well,
So
she
he-
starts throwing fireballs at you.
He's
From her
literally so at that
brain.
moment he wakes up and he's like he senses something's wrong. A spoiler alert for all you guys. And he goes up to the deck and then he looks over and he sees his wife like making
Who's
fire
cray-cray.
hands and he's like
Okay.
and it literally says like she turns and see him like mouth agape like this like
Yeah.
like with his gun and he's like what the hell is going
Yeah,
on?
we
have
pretty much
no
saw
idea.
him there too.
I'm not a relationship expert, but I feel like keeping a secret that big from your spouse.
Maybe it was for
is-
protection. Maybe I am Batman
Excuse me?
or Superman.
I'm trying to talk
I'm
about how it's
Batman.
not good to keep secrets, and you were just like, well, no,
If I,
no, no, it's bad. It's
Yeah,
bad.
she started unleashing the fire and really singed our girl.
Good.
It's okay because
We got her.
ninjas-
Yeah, y'all just pushed her over the edge of the ship.
Yeah, she's ours
yeah, we
now.
we
Like-
paralyzed her first. By the way, we paralyzed her and then shoved her off a
I only
boat.
paralyzed her because she was distracted by Calder.
Mhm, mhm.
But no, she's really good at that. But it's okay because we have another special guild who's really good at healing things. So, like a week and 5 days later,
She all
did.
good?
she getting going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jay,
She's
this is
the
a
best.
fighting discussion. I love it. This is
What happens when we take sides.
It's worth the spoilers, I
every
think, in
time.
my mind, for us all to politely bicker with one another as a family here.
Politely.
Mm.
You want to know how Shera gets the heart? She punches Calder in the wrist and he drops it, and she's like, "Wah!" And she runs.
Yep. And she runs away.
That's right.
Yeah,
She didn't
so
kill him,
far,
but she coulda, but she didn't.
Calder, not much of a match for Shera.
All he does is yell.
Yeah,
Calder-
and he
Look,
doesn't
I'll
have a
put
ship.
Calder, the personality of Calder far exceeds anything that Shera could
Also,
output.
Calder
Yeah,
has a
I love her.
team. He has
yeah,
a
he needs one.
he has a family. No, but that's the point. Like, yeah,
Mm.
they all have their special roles.
They're kind of like the Guardians of the Galaxy. Like there's some misfits in there, and I like that. I'm still kind of getting the personalities.
I think
a little
they're
bit.
all misfits. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They are
Shera
on
did do battle with your Drax, which is your champion, Uriah or something like that. She lived. She survived. She and Maya,
Urziah Woodsman.
Urziah, and
Yeah.
she and Maya did
Maya?
battle with that.
Oh, they don't know because they
You
haven't
don't know
heard.
who Maya is.
Yeah.
She's
Um,
the blonde.
Is that the blonde
ninja.
one?
Yes,
Yeah.
the blonde ninja is me.
She can do like the crab claw thing with her hand.
Yeah, she's like a werewolf.
She's aware everything.
Yes,
It's
golden eye.
complicated. You wouldn't understand with your simple pirate brain.
Hmm.
Yeah, and
That's
so
fun.
I thought it was really cool that she did that, and she had to basically restrain Urziah to make sure he didn't stop Shera from getting the heart.
So Rebecca said, "I want more Petal." And
I don't know
Petal's-
who Petal
Petal's
is.
one of she's the alchemist on the ship, and I want more of all of the crew. I want to know their backstories, and I want more of their personalities because they're such a great team, obviously, and they're like clearly a family. And I want more.
The crew is awesome. The ship is awesome.
Oh yeah,
Our cover
The
art
Testament.
is far better.
No, it's
What?
not.
Okay, look in the background. Look in the background, and
Look
let's
in
just
our
talk
background.
about this.
You want to talk
Yeah.
about this?
About
Look.
what's going
That's
on
a
there.
big old
It's a
tentacle.
tentacle.
It's a phallic thing. Look at this guy.
You.
That's way
You don't get to
cooler.
hold it anymore.
Your
Well, but
fallacies.
you know what? You think your ship is the coolest, and that's cute. But our
Ours is
ship,
bigger.
Bastion's something or other,
Shadow.
is Bastion's Shadow
Mhm.
is
All right,
even better.
technical.
It's even bigger and better.
It's 3 times bigger,
In the
and it's
Testament.
black, and it's got a giant elder eyeball on the
Okay,
mast.
Christy,
like
can you
this.
tell them what's going on with our ship underwater?
Oh, we
Yeah.
know.
I know,
There's
we
some
know.
freaky
We-
shark
we
things
James
underneath.
James bonded underneath your ship
I was
and
about
like
to say.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's-
you think that yours is cool,
No,
but
it's
we
way
are
cool.
well aware what's underneath
oh,
your
we've
boat.
seen the
because
elder.
Friggin' Shera tied herself under the boat and had a straw to breathe air
Yep,
and
a
was hanging
reed.
out next to that creepy thing for 11 hours
You'd
before
need
she
a
climbed
straw.
up your boat.
Yeah,
That's
she
kinda
James
cool.
bonded underneath that thing and stayed there for a very long time. And she just eye to eye that thing, stared
She-
it down.
she definitely has skills because I was glancing through the first half of the book again today, and at one point she just magically appears in the bottom of the little hole.
No.
And Calder had been looking down there the whole time, and suddenly she's just there, and he has no idea how she did it. I don't know. Like we have only gotten small glimpses of the consultants, but it's pretty interesting.
You're talking about Lucas and Christy, right?
Like, clearly
Yeah,
they
but
are.
that's very misleading because Lucas is the loudest.
I'm loud.
Yeah, so is
Okay.
Christy.
No. Anyways, Adrian Lamb asked, for those that read or are reading both books, do you think the order influenced you at all? Did you find yourself siding with whoever you met first?
I cannot answer this question.
So she went pirate first, and she likes that she did. It seemed any surprise or reveals for the pirates would have been spoiled because the consultants knew about most of them already, whereas the pirates know nothing about the ninjas except they're stealthy, so not as much got spoiled reading them. Scott said he started with the ninjas first because it was more mysterious than pirates fleshed out certain mythological details.
I want to know what he wrote first, or if he wrote it like. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say we don't have anything scheduled, but I would love to talk to Will Wight about how he came up with this, because it's true. Like you do, like I have a bias right now because I really like the pirate crew. I want to know more, like you, Christy, but it's pretty fascinating, and I just think the two stories in tandem from different aspects is just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to respond to Philip really quick. I don't know which copies you have, but actually it does
No,
appear
there is one.
there's a glossary in the back of my book, and then I looked, there's a glossary in the back of both.
Yeah, there's
So
one.
I don't know if you have the Kindle or which version you're reading. But I think if you flip all the way to the back, there is some more information on the guilds and whatnot.
I don't know how it was with the ninja book, but in the pirate book, every time they went into the past, they started it with a letter from one of Calder's teachers to him as like a kid learning, like a 13 or 14-year-old. And it taught me so much about the world and kind of how things worked. And it did it in such a cute, fresh, like really funny way, actually. How did Will Wight teach y'all about the world?
He just kind of dropped us right in there.
Threw you right in there, and it was the first few chapters. I kind of was like very confused, and I just was like, okay, I don't have a lot of time. I read this today. So I was like, just read through it, and eventually you'll pick it up. And you do. Eventually, over time, you start to gather. And there are little snippets at the head of each chapter that are like guild secrets or like journal entries almost from archives and things like that are applicable to the chapter you're about to
They're
read.
also kind of funny. They're like, if ever you come up upon a champion, make sure to have a poison dart on you so you can stab yourself with it and die.
Yeah. But I think it was actually if you come up against a soulbound, run. If you come up against a champion, have poison.
It sounds like it sounds like the Hitchhiker's Guide. You know, like you get a snippet from Hitchhiker's Guide, and it's like, when found in a blah blah blah, make sure that your towel is. Kind of sounds similar. Yeah, you know it.
This one that Katie mentioned was the one that just really cracked me up. Like the teacher was explaining something that Calder had asked, and he's like, and also no, readers are not more attractive than the average person.
I think what cracks me up about ours, because I will say ours has some very dark moments for sure. I would not classify ours as being humorous.
Her backstory, holy crap.
But Shera herself is what brings levity to all the situations, because most of the time she's just like she's listening to someone talk, and then she's like,
She wishes she was asleep for like 90% of this.
They're like, hello, pay attention. You're supposed to assassinate someone. And she's like, 5 more minutes. She's the laziest ninja, and I love it so much. If I were a ninja, I too would nap all the time.
So, yeah, I made this comparison too, just because of like pulling her out of like, I mean, they didn't necessarily pull her out of prison. Is that the right book?
Red Sister? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I couldn't place it for
yeah, where she got like, she was basically saved from execution. But Shera had a very rough, like she was with Maxwell, and Maxwell was a jerk and like killed her friend, and then she killed him.
That's jerky. Oh, okay.
And that was my introduction to this world, and I was like, oh, that's good. That's good.
I acknowledge, because the first chapter I was like, oh my God, we're reading another book about a little kid who murders people. And I was like, I want to read a book about a grown-up killing people. And then the second chapter happened, and I was like, oh good, she's grown up now. And that's fun. So what we're doing, the formula for this book, timeline-wise, is it introduces you to her, and then it flashes forward 15 years in the past. And then the next chapter, it goes back and tells you her progression. So you're kind of seeing present day and her past being told.
It's like watching Arrow.
Like this,
And our book is similar. We have present day and 13 years in the past.
Yeah, we've got 12 years or something, 13. We're like.
It progresses. It's like 15 and then 13 and then 12.
Yeah, so you see Calder with his dad early on, and his dad's kind of just like a rogue. And, they're getting into all sorts of trouble and whatnot. And then he basically ends up with his mother, and his mother's a guild's member, and so it's I'm just
nice for Calder. He has parents.
Yeah.
Well,
sorry, we can't be all a Disney princess here.
I gotta say, the way that he did the going back and forth was really interesting to me, because every time it would say 13 years in the past, I'm like, no, come on, I just want you to keep going. And then it would go to present day. I was like, no, I really wanted to hear more.
Yeah,
So
I have the same.
They got me.
I get to I get to the end of a present day chapter, and I'm like, man, gosh, I just want to keep going where that left off.
Yeah, I
get
think
into it.
Overall, especially hearing y'all, I'm really into this. Normally, I'm not a big I like Pirates of the Caribbean. It's fun and it's and I like Stardust, and that kind of has a similar feel with Calder to me, and just in some ways remotely. But I'm really interested in this world. I think he's done a really good job of giving you enough really cool tidbits to string you along. And it's written well to where it just flows nice. I didn't have any problems with this one, just getting into the story. And I know this is preemptive, but I totally want to finish this one and try to read the other one.
Yeah, well, this is a trilogy.
I know, no, it's a sextology. Sex.
Don't say that. Nope. I bought the second and third book of both trilogies. I ordered them today.
This
Really
is a
quick,
sexy
in
series.
Of Sea and Shadow, Lucan has not been mentioned. We don't know who that is.
The third.
Let's see.
I do.
But the first chapter of this one, with Maxwell, and he's talking about, when something runs out of its usefulness, you have to get rid of it. And then he just shoots her friend. And I was just like,
As a big spoiler.
Really quick.
it's chapter 1.
Scott said that Lucan has been mentioned in Of Sea and Shadow.
I
If that's the
remember.
case, I totally forgot who that was.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I do remember hearing that name.
Okay.
I'm not sure why you would hear about him. He's he's in jail.
Yeah, he's busy, not going anywhere.
He's the one in jail next to Jerry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
How do you know about that? Have
We
you
got
been
a
around?
Jerry chapter.
Jerry's in the cell next to him, and she's trying to figure out how she's going to get out of there.
And then she got visited by the elder. No, she got visited by the shadow
Maya. No.
The architect?
No.
Is
No,
it-
the group that she's with, the religion or whatever, the Sleepless. They're the elder worshiping cultists. They contacted
What
her.
are they doing
Why
on
are
the
they? They should
island?
not be there. They should not be there.
No one's
She's
allowed
just
on the
talking
island.
to people,
I
okay?
won't say any more then.
Get off my island.
Yeah. Was it the Gray Island or something like that?
We don't know. We just know she's in a cell somewhere underground.
Everything's gray.
Adam, when you leaned back, I really saw your abs there. They're looking good tonight.
Like that?
Yeah.
I put some makeup on them to really bring it to contour them.
The Jerry chapter was actually the last chapter we read, right, Lucas? Wasn't it?
No,
Jerry?
we were in the heat of the.
Okay, so
the
it
pit
was
and everything.
second to
It was-
last chapter.
Yeah, it was like a
Body
penultimate.
Island.
Yeah, it was close.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What? Get off our island, please.
I just heard squishing. I heard them
Can you
we
not?
dig.
Oh,
Well, see, the zombies
islands.
came up and they described a bat flying around that was made out of skin.
And tendons and stuff. Oh yeah, it was gross. It was really gross.
There's a
Squishy.
one, but there were some terrible ones.
Yeah, they had this description of one of our people. I can't remember who it was. One of the crew members or clients that were kneeling down into it, and it just described the squish, and it was gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole island is made of a dead god body.
Gross. That part actually did remind me of Guardians of the Galaxy, because remember that one big they mine that big floating godhead in space?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it made me think of. I was like, gross.
Why was the heart
Oh,
so
yeah.
small when the island
Nowhere.
was a body? Spoiler alert, it's the Grinch's body.
Spoiler, there's more than one heart.
Yeah, the emperor already had one of her hearts. Or Nakothi, I'm just assuming that. Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
the
what's
mother.
her name?
Nakothi?
Okay.
Let's see.
She grows.
I feel like I'm gonna have to read this book through again, and then read the ninja book through twice to get everything. But yeah. Matt,
Aw, I'm so sorry. Ew.
Yeah, I did not
Calder.
read this while eating.
No, I'm really
But,
glad I read that chapter after it had macaroni for lunch.
Ooh, Adrian, and the walls pulsed like open wounds.
But she talks about, the reason Calder didn't see Shera was because she was hiding in a vein.
Oh, okay.
She's very stealthy,
I mean, that's horrible, but I'm happy to know it.
It was a big one. She was able to crouch and
girl
drag a body
stank.
in there.
she's stanky.
Can you imagine that Zillow listing? It's got a lot of character.
You're like, why are all the pictures blurry? The
way
realtor
Will-
did it on purpose.
The way Will Wight described the island was so interesting to me. It resembled an expanse of pale, flabby flesh with fronds of black seaweed growing here and there like patches of hair.
Oh, for ours, he described it as the rib bones when the rib bones were coming
Oh,
out.
we got a
And
little
all
bit of
the
that
skin
too.
and everything, and yeah.
I love it. I just
Yeah.
want-
That's pretty.
I mean, I don't
great.
love that. I just love that y'all are getting. It's like I want those details, and I hope y'all want our details to like put the whole thing together because I think it's just awesome.
Gross.
Yeah, but it got so this world like we just read The Prey of Gods and that book was insane, but this book is like hidden insane. Like if you stop to think about what this world is and what's going on, it's insane. Like you have these creatures that just are like magic creatures inhabiting various places of the world. What are they called? The Chimera or something like that?
Oh
Chimera.
yeah, Chimera.
I
We-
thought
we-
you said Panera.
We see one of those. We battle one of those in the first chapter.
Well, we tried.
Right.
The Liathatan actually ended up
Yes.
doing it.
And, before we got our big bad battleship, they all ride around on them, like and through the water. It reminds me of like playing Super Mario, where you like get
The
on
dolphins.
and
Yeah.
then just like the wave riders.
You know that in Super Mario Galaxy, when you surf on the manta ray,
Mhm.
that's how Shera gets. She island hops. She has to ride like a giant flat catfish. She hates it.
Yeah, and
But-
it takes forever, and you just get like spray of water the whole time.
Now I just want to play Super Mario Galaxy though.
It's
Yeah.
it reminds me of what's the Bowser's Fury, where you can ride the
I haven't played it yet. Shh.
dinosaur around.
Yeah, food max glacies. So I actually was looking through the glossary right before this, and chimera is just plural for any being, like group of beings with magic,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
which I didn't realize until I read it in the glossary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was.
I got
Sorry,
that.
go ahead. Ed. I was
Mhm.
envisioning it like when I first was listening to that chapter. The audiobook's good. The guy does a nice job differentiating characters, voices, and whatnot. But I was envisioning a legitimate, standard chimera representation in mythology when I first.
Oh,
Heard it,
we've
yeah.
witnessed a ton of there's a bajillion different kinds,
Yeah,
and some people even like infuse them into their own biology and anatomy, and
Yeah,
then
we've
you end up
seen
with
some
some
of that.
weird stuff.
We've seen
Yeah.
all the weird
and
stuff.
yeah, and Yara and Yana.
so there's that,
What's
and
her
then there's the elders. There's just this whole concept of intent and like imbuing intent into things, where like you use it so often, or
Well,
you
and
like
everyone
yeah, it's like
does it.
like so Shera has these dagger spear spade things.
Her shears.
Shears, yes, and she
I was like, what are they pruning shears?
Yeah, and
Quack.
those have been passed down for like years and years and years, so they have been imbued with all this intent.
Thousands of years. And one of them has an evil laugh, we think.
Oh,
We have not gotten more information on that just yet. Either that or Shera's insane.
yeah, that one's
We don't know.
it's like there's one of them that she doesn't use intentionally, and it's because whenever she touches it, she feels like it's laughing at her.
But it's not in her brain, because isn't Calder a reader?
yes.
He
Yeah.
is.
So in the end, like if y'all haven't got it, she pulls the left shear. Oh, ha, hee, hee.
Oh, that must have been how they got through Tristania's armor clothes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so she poked her with that, but she whipped out the left shear at Calder, and he was like, "What is that?"
yeah, he freaked out about it.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that's when she stole the heart.
I thought a really good example of intent was in one of the flashbacks. Calder is talking with his mom, and he was like he thought she was just a normal person, and he was trying to intimidate her by letting her know that he could read. Like, I guess he was a reader. And she's like, well, what could you do if I tried to shoot this gun at you? And he's like, well, I could, given enough time, I could take this pillow and make it catch the bullet. And she's like, oh, really? Then do it. And she like touched the pillow. She's like, really, with this? Go ahead and do it. And then she shoots him
She shoots
through
him.
the pillow. Yeah, but in the 1 second she had touched the pillow, she's such a great reader that she actually used her intent, to make it bulletproof.
But you don't know that at first, and you're like, "Oh my god,
And
Mama's crazy, and she just shot her son."
Calder didn't know either, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, she
She's
shot
like,
me!"
So
It
what
was
was
fantastic?
So there was a part in the battle in the heart room where we were there from the ninja side, so we knew what was about to happen. But what was it like for y'all when the snipers started shooting?
Well, Calder, he was just having a conversation with his mom, and he realized that there were only 5 of the black.
It did count.
yeah, he was like,
Black
there
coats or
are
whatever?
4. He was like, there's 4, and he was like, we're under attack because he realized that there was
Yeah.
not the 5th.
Well,
He
He
did
asked his
count.
mom.
she was hiding in the vein going, please don't count. Please
Yeah.
don't count.
He
Yeah,
totally
He was
counted.
counting.
Yeah, we
Darn
watched
it.
him count because we were described as like Calder looked around the room like he was like unsure about something. And she
Yeah.
was like, "Please don't count,"
And
and then
he-
he was like, "Oh no!"
He asked his mom, "How many black watch did you bring down here?" And she said 6. And then she looked around and realized
Yeah,
there were
it's
only
like-
5.
Yeah, 3 men, 3 women.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So then, but then the shootings, the snipers, the ninja snipers, which is so awesome.
Yeah.
It's like, everything.
Batman is ninja.
Wait.
What does Batman do?
He's talking about a book.
Yes,
Mhm.
he's taking sides here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so like I was always wondering, like, there was the battle on the ship where Shera fights his wife and barely lives to survive it. And like for us, it was like reading a scene from a James Bond or movie or something where she's got to be like stealthy. She's like hiding under the ship. She goes up. She tries to sneak around. She thinks she's sneaking into Nibirius's room, but it turns out that's not his room.
Oh yeah, because he had cleared out that cabin for Nibirius, and he refused to take it.
Yeah,
So-
because she saw him. She saw Calder. She spied on him earlier and saw him cleaning the room.
Yep.
And she was like, he must be preparing it like a hotel room.
Yep. Which is what he was doing, but Nibirius refused, which was smart apparently.
I think Nibirius is nefarious, and I think that you're associating yourself with the bad.
Oh, well, okay. There is something off
There's-
about him.
Yeah, there's I mean, there's a lot of money involved, and I think that's why Calder's like, well,
Yeah.
I can turn a blind eye to some stuff.
But also, his silent one is awesome and sweet.
The silent one is not sweet.
No, she is. Okay, listen. This is why she's sweet.
Nefarious.
Sus.
Yeah. So we have Petal, who's the alchemist, and she's like this jittery, nervous woman, and he's like introducing Nibirius to everybody, and he gets to Petal, and she like kind of starts shaking and drops her fork, and Tristania like just appears and picks up her fork and gives it back to her, smooths her dress and stroked her hair and bowed and sat back down, and it was the sweetest thing. And then a week, after Calder doesn't know what's happened to his wife, he's just standing at the thing being sad, I guess at the edge of the boat. And she comes up to him and she just looks at him. And then she wraps a blanket around his shoulders and like tucks him in and like puts her hand on his shoulder and like does a little squeeze and like brings tears to his eyes. Like these are such small moments, but they were so
effective. Yeah.
I think she's I don't.
Not suspicious.
think
Why,
you're-
but why is she the bodyguard for Turd Man?
Yeah, Turd Man.
That's her job.
Well, get a new one.
Yeah.
Why does she tied to Turd Man?
But like for a character that doesn't say anything, I love her. And like Calder has a really good feeling from her too. Even before all of this, he's like, I could trust her. She would be a good.
Yeah, who doesn't
member
have
of
a
the
good
team.
feeling
Of
from
course
her?
you can trust her. She doesn't talk.
Everybody in our book.
She's gonna
And
tell you secrets too.
I will say one thing about our book is that the amount of sweet people in this book is severely lacking. Like everybody is very either cold or like sort of they're like hiding stuff or they're being manipulative, and there's a lot of like mind games being played and like It's
Even the one nice guy knocked all the kids off the building.
Do you have any
Oh my gosh.
awesome like creature sidekick kind of
No.
vibe? Like
no, we
comedic
don't need
things?
one. We're a solo.
Have you met Shuffles? Is it
Oh,
Shuffles?
Shuffles. Who y'all
We
y'all
don't-
give a
There are no
y'all
cute,
give a high five for Shuffles.
there are
if
no
you
cute
love some
creatures in our
Shuffles.
book.
No.
There are consultants, and that's it. And you're all the different guilds in this.
Shuffles. I still kind of can't picture what Shuffles is, but like in the audiobook, Shuffles has a deep baritone
we got
voice.
a bunch of fans of Shuffles here.
Okay, so he is a bellowing horror, which is just what he is. He's the Testament's version. He's the ship's version of a pirate. He's a squat little monster with a dark green leathery hide and stubby bat wings, solid black eyes, and its mouth is hidden behind a mass of squirming tentacles.
And he
And-
talks.
You're making this up.
He loves death, and so anytime they're
how
all about to
cute.
die, he'll like come up on board and he'll be so happy. But he also only repeats the most disturbing things.
Yeah, so it'd be like,
Really
death will come to
cute.
all of us. Death will come to all of us. So it's like a weird parrot thing. It's so creepy.
Will Wight totally pulls it off. It's kind of adorable.
What?
The first chapter of our book is all about a man who was a serial kidnapper, and
Yes.
he kidnapped like 60-something children over a period of 6 years and was training them all to be murderers.
Yes.
So
We
no,
heard
so
about
don't-
this guy, that the consultants were called on him, and then all the children were returned and his body was found or something.
Yeah, Maxwell.
We heard a
all the
story about
children
him.
were returned except for
Except for one.
We didn't
That's-
hear about
File.
that.
one whose file mysteriously disappeared.
Hmm.
Oh, Adrienne said she drew Shuffles for me. I'll have to check the thread.
You'll have
I'm really bad at checking the discussion thread because I feel like I am going to ruin stuff for myself, and I try to be live in the moment. So I will go back and look at that. Thank you.
So yeah, the consultants came and raided Maxwell's base. And they found Maxwell dead. And guess who killed him? It was Shera.
And she wasn't a consultant. She was
She
one
was
of the
not.
stolen
She was
kids.
just a kid that was
Okay.
trained to kill, and she was
Interesting.
very ice cold about everything. Like she just
Stab,
like,
stab, 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 stab.
Yep. She's got every time she gets into kill mode, it describes as like the ice coming and closing in.
We got a bit of that because Calder noticed like that she looked like she didn't care whether a human lived or died. Like he just thought he got that she was very cold.
Yeah, she was avenging her friend,
Mm.
but she also found Maxwell to have outlived his usefulness.
So this is I'm going way back, talking about kind of being cute. Petal.
Yeah, she took it.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so Petal is the alchemist, and when Calder was so sad because his wife has lied to him this whole time, and he doesn't know if she's alive or dead, and he's just moping around, and he's so angry and so upset, she drugs him with this potion that makes him smile constantly because she wants to make him happy, and the only way she can think to do it is to make him smile all the time.
So he's like literally talking about serious stuff, but he's got like a Joker
A huge
grin
grin.
on his face. Yeah.
Y'all's book sounds way goofier than
Oh,
mine.
it's
Yeah.
totally.
It's
It is.
adorable.
It's like a Guardians of the Galaxy romp in my mind. Like
Ours
so
is
far.
a James Bond, Batman ninja romp that's very
Yeah,
dark and
I
serious.
would agree with that. It's very dark, but there are moments of some levity brought in, but they're very brief.
Yeah,
but still entertaining.
I'm down
Yeah, I
for
mean,
both.
Shera has a very interesting attitude about things. She's very matter of fact, and like she's just like, well, I guess that's like they flash back to a scene where they're training and they have to like climb this tower and kill the people inside and then come back down. She's like trying to take a nap on a hammock the whole time. The other two are like, watch this, and they go up and they fail. She's like, yeah, I guess I saw it. And she's just like very lazy. It's hilarious that she is so lazy.
There's that moment. She's like, she goes over to the tower and she knows she has to do it. And she looks and she's like, being a ninja is so much work and work is work. Why do people like this? Ugh. And then the whistle blows and she's like, but the sooner I get the work done, the sooner I can take a nap. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
She is all about now. Like literally there is not a second that goes by when she's not thinking about taking a nap. Like even when she's like doing the job, like what Talia said, she's like, well, if I finish this, I can take a nap.
I think that's why she's so efficient and so good at what she's like. She's like, as soon as I'm done,
I can take a
nap and I can eat. Yes, I want to sleep and I want to eat. Let's do this mission and then nap and food.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Are any of my fellow pirates drinking rum tonight?
Oh, I am.
Are any of my fellow ninjas drinking sake?
Yes, but you can't see it.
This is from our dear Take a Shot contributors. Thank you to everyone for my kraken.
The Shera of my workplace. But yeah, she, like even her bosses who like assign her, gives her these missions, like, so she has two. There's the one that she sort of with the scar down her face, and then there's the other one, and even they disagree, and like one of them wants her to die. Like she seems like she like if
she like point blank said it.
Yeah, Shera's like, I'm gonna go kill Nibirius, and they're like, she's like, okay, you go do that.
And then she even said for the next mission, she was like, oh, well, I'm glad you're not dead. We really can't sacrifice anyone right now, including you.
Yeah.
But like,
Ian says it's like she's a regular working person.
Can't click on it. There it is.
Yeah. I'm tired. Y'all just, okay. Good job.
But y'all haven't seen Shera that much.
No, not much at all. So when they had the big battle with Jerry, we saw her, and then she popped back up in the flesh hole. Ooh, nope.
That's our T-shirt for the month. Hashtag flesh hole.
Wait, can it be a cute little cartoon, like a big pit that looks with just an arrow that says flesh hole, but then a cute little ninja popping out of it?
No, it's an asterisk. It's just an asterisk, and it says flesh hole on it. And
she popped up with a flesh hole.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You did it.
I didn't mean to.
Hey, Adam, go ahead and clip this one for the next 2-year anniversary, the 4-year anniversary.
No.
We might just need to forget about that one.
Yeah, so she's only popped up twice, once in the flesh hole. Once on
and once on a boat.
Sorry.
Whereas we have like we were spying on Calder. Like we have, I remember when I was reading it and I was like, is the protagonist of your book happen to be Calder Martin? It's because we were studying up our files on like who was aboard the Testament and all that stuff.
Shera went and was spying on him when he was cleaning his boat before they even left the dock. Like before everyone even boarded, she went and checked everything out, and she pretended to be a crew member and like came in and was looking around and saw him cleaning the room and stuff, and then she dipped on out, and y'all didn't even know we were there.
Yeah, we were there. We saw everything.
Well, and it's really funny because Calder and his crew have not really been concerned about the consultants at all. They're like, there's so many other guilds that are way more distressing if they were after us. We can handle the guilds. Or not the guild, the consultants.
Oh, you think so? That's a bit of hubris, I think, on Mr. Martin's.
Well, and Urziah was who was it that? Yeah, Urziah was so upset that he.
You don't even know. We have people everywhere. Everywhere.
No.
Well, you don't have shuffles.
You don't have shuffles.
We don't need a stupid octopus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take it back.
I know everyone likes him. I'm sure I'll like him too whenever I get to that book.
Yeah,
he's awesome.
Whatever.
Well, it's awesome.
But yeah, we have people everywhere.
So
that's from Quantum of Solace.
I kind of want to talk more about Jerry.
Oh, you mean the fire lady?
Yeah, the fire lady.
The earring.
Yeah. So first of all, I was not buying that her and Calder have like known each other for 13 years. They like their marriage seems so knew, especially at the beginning of the book, the way he talks about her. And then, I don't know.
So what we had is in our file, we knew they'd been married for 2 years. We didn't know that they'd known each other that much longer, but that's why we were very, very surprised. We were like, there's no way that Calder doesn't know his wife is cray cray.
Yeah. Well, and also Calder's quartermaster doesn't trust Jerry at all and has never liked her. So that was kind of interesting when she was gone. He's like, I'm glad that happened this way. And then he almost got murdered by Calder when he said that to him. But
Well, all we know about Jerry is that she's crazy fire lady, and she's not who we thought she was.
she's not who anybody thought she was.
Because our file on Jerry was that she was just a normal, regular person.
Yeah.
And there was, she's like, nothing to remark here.
The cult seems kind of crazy to me. Because Jerry's
crazy.
Well, Jerry's idea of the elders, she said the elders aren't our enemies. They're strange and eternal. When the elders kept us as slaves, we were primitives. They had no choice but to keep us as slaves as we use animals for their strength. Now we are advanced enough to strike a bargain with the elders. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, if they kept you as slaves like hundreds of years ago, why would they not do it now if they could? But I mean, but that's also
to trust/worship/work with anything where it's bubbles of power combined with human remains create terrible creatures like a tendon bunny. So like
Tendon bunny.
If your power makes zombies, you're bad. The end.
Yeah. So Matt Scalise asked how much of the Emperor have pirates folks seen. It's really interesting what we've seen of the Emperor. So Calder actually has a key to the dungeon that the Emperor used daily. And so it is full of the Emperor's intent. And he reads it. He's been reading it like his whole life, basically, for the last 13 years. And so he feels like he has a very good idea of who the Emperor was. And like the world, I guess, thinks that he was kept alive because of that he was such a good person. But he knows that that man is evil. So when he found out that it was what's her name? Nikothi's heart that has kept him alive all that time, he bursts out laughing because he's like, finally, like, oh, I knew it. I knew there was some reason. Like, he's a terrible person. He's a parasite. So it's pretty interesting.
Well, we're also told that he has died.
Yeah.
That he was killed.
Well, that's interesting the way you're phrasing that.
We also have been we haven't seen.
We have met him.
We have met him. Yes, he is
in the present day.
No, in the past.
Okay.
Because he has taken us, Shera, Maya, and Lucan, to train them personally.
Yes.
So we have a bit of a cliffhanger where we are, like the last past chapter. It was when he came and acquired them.
But we also know that he's very, 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 very powerful.
Very powerful.
Oh, yeah. Well, he can just by walking on the road, he can put his intent in the stones. Like, it's crazy.
He made a tiled floor in a graveled area while he was walking, which seems like a very, very showy way of showing
interesting.
Yeah, Christy, you do a good job of giving us cliffhanger moments at these stopping points.
It was totally intentional.
Yes. I love it.
Your intent, you have imbued your intent into all these.
Yeah, I have a feeling, like Matt Scalise was saying, his intent is in a spoon, which would make people compelled to eat cereal. That's about the extent of mine. Like if I were to imbue my intent into something.
Oh no, Katie! You should use headphones. Right.
What's a tendon bunny, Mommy?
A tendon bunny? It's just a bunny made out of tendons.
Oh, that's not better.
How do you make that better?
Technically, it's made out of tendons and bones, and it had a mouthful of fangs.
Well,
Yeah, just no skin.
Or fur. No fuzzy cottontail on this guy.
Yeah, we are soulbound to Lit Club.
Ah!
If only we
Nice.
can.
What
We're
are
doing
our
this?
abilities?
Yeah, that's for Philip. He's like a bridge commander. He's ranked now.
And these are our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle hands.
No, that's
They're
a live
for-
long and prosper.
Ninjas.
They're for eating pizza.
Philip, tell everyone. Just comment in there. You're a big Trekkie. I saw that, and that's awesome. Cheers.
There's nothing wrong with that. What are we saying?
Anyway,
What?
sidetrack. Anyway, keep going.
Star
Bunny
Trek?
tendon. Let me tell you about the story about the little bunny.
No. No.
Okay, so Adrian wants to know if you're reading both books, are you going to keep up in the order that you're reading it? So if you read the first half of the Sea and then the first half of the Shadow, are you going to keep doing that order? Has anybody decided yet?
I thought I was going to do that until we had this discussion. And now I really just want to keep going. But I will say I'm probably going to read this order for the trilogy as a whole. I'll read Ninja Pirate first book, then Ninja Pirate second book, and Ninja Pirate third.
See, I would say I'm influenced the opposite. I would be like pirate, ninja, pirate, ninja, pirate.
But no, but some people are doing first half of each book, then second half of each book, and I just can't. But I just can't. Get through it now.
My mental capacity, I can't handle that. That's too much.
Ew.
You're right. That's terrible.
Oh, they're zombies.
Ew, Matt.
Yeah,
you
if I don't,
frogs and bunnies.
if I were to continue reading this, I don't know. Maybe I would read the pirate book and then go to Ninja 2.
And that's what Will Wight had intended. He intended you to start with one and then read the first one of the other and then do the second one of the first one and the second one of the second one.
Okay, but in no particular order.
He said you can start with whichever one you want.
Because I feel like you're getting, it's not like Ender's Game, right? Ender's Game came first, and then if you know anything about Ender's Game, there's the Bean Saga, which is a parallel character, and you have to read Ender's Game first to appreciate the Bean story.
He did this totally intentionally.
Yeah.
The first books came out on the same day.
That's fantastic. There is, the only parallel that I can think of, and I'm probably not digging deep enough. There's a Nintendo game called Fire Emblem where they have two of the same thing, and you're playing one house in one game and one house in another game, and you see both perspectives throughout. So
Yeah, it's like Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue.
that's the same game. You're just
the same
got
game.
a
You
different
just get
starter.
different Pokemon.
No, I'm talking different houses.
But I will have to say, after having this discussion, after reading the ninja perspective of the book, that this is awesome. What he did, is really well done. To come up with two books from two different perspectives and make us think we're the good guys and make you think you're the good guys, and then it's just it's working really well.
It is just to write a book, right, is one thing, but yeah, to intertwine the stories so well that that you're getting the sneak peek. I hope y'all get Easter eggs, and I hope we get Easter eggs, and it's just hearing about how Shera got onto the ship, that's so awesome. I can't wait to read it, and I hope y'all pick up some of that same things
with the reed and sticky rope.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I hope y'all get the same kind of. You'll get the great cast of characters that I think that we have.
We'll get cool characters, but we won't get as much cool stuff because pirates are boring and ninjas are awesome.
Ninjas are awesome.
You got a family. I think you got a family in our group.
Shera doesn't need them.
We don't need family.
Maybe she'll become part of the family.
Shera's Shears are her family. Poke, poke, poke. That's what she says.
I'm interested. Did they start to weave closer and closer
what
together?
What if I just told you a bunch of fake stuff and you had no idea? And you suddenly was like, oh, Shera does this thing. She says poke every time she stabs someone.
Is that true?
You don't know.
Oh.
It's not. It's not. She doesn't say poke. She says stabby.
Stabby, stabby, stabby.
Yeah.
So, okay, this is actually a good point. I know we're talking about how the consultants are evil, but
They're not.
I know they're after things, but I I fully believe that they have their own reasons that they think are good and justified. Like I don't necessarily think they're evil, and I am getting a bad vibe from Nefarious, not his silent one, but just him. There's something off.
It's a valuable lesson in perspective taking. You see, you think somebody's a bad person, but just think about what it's like from their side.
Now, okay, so having said that, you had mentioned earlier that you thought Calder was an asshole.
He is.
Okay. So, okay, cool.
I mean, no, I'm getting the sense from you that there's maybe some depth to his character and that maybe he's got some good characteristics and that maybe the people aren't all bad. But they're
However,
still
you're
terrible.
working with Nefarious Nefarious,
Yeah.
and he's a real pooper, and he's definitely
He's a contracted. That's
apparently
gig.
money talks better than anything, better than morality or ethics.
Okay, we can't hate. The guild is very expensive.
Yes.
He also didn't know. He had no idea what it was. He just knew he was going to get rich from it. So he didn't know what they were going after until he was on the island. Like he wouldn't get on the island until they told him.
There's your vocabulary lesson for the day.
What's a Ganondorf? I know a
It's
coquettish.
Ganondorf is the bad guy
Zelda.
in Legend of Zelda.
Like it. Coquettish Ganondorf. Put that on.
Come on,
t-shirt.
Justin. Justin, stop. Just stop. It's like I'm gonna flex my vocab with coquettish.
Salty, a ninja, like salty like a ninja. You've
This
heard
was
that
good.
phrase?
This
Salty
was
like a ninja?
Are you saying saucy or salty?
salty.
Salty.
I thought you said saucy, which is why I was confused because Willa said salty.
I mean, you can say saucy too.
No, saucy and salty are not. the
Oh, I
same
know.
thing.
This was great. Like
How
I
did
love
this hiccup?
bickering with y'all.
You hold your breath
Yes, this is how you hiccup
forever.
silently.
No, they're so good at not moving. That's part of their training. You have to not move, which is really hard for Shera because when Shera not moves, Shera just wants to take a nap.
Sleep. Yeah, she
Well,
just instant
I
sleep.
appreciate
Someone
that.
mentioned earlier that she takes so many naps so that she can keep her heart rate down. So maybe there's some controlling of the body stuff that ninjas can do.
Yeah, we got to be a little suspicious of Yala because she's the one that wants Shera dead, and she's kind of the weird manipulative one, and even the other architects are like,
The road
Why?
to the flesh hole is paved with good intentions. Thank you,
Gross.
oh, who said that? Who
Martin.
said that? Martin. I'm putting it up there.
Ew.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh no.
Nice.
Also, yes,
No.
I am suspicious of Yala, but I'm not suspicious of all the consultants.
No, just
Mostly
Yala.
just
Yala's-
Yala.
Yeah, Yala does give me the heebie-jeebies a little bit.
Which sucks because Yala is Blondie's mom.
Yes.
No.
Yes,
And Blondie,
she's had some stuff.
yes, and she gives you plenty of reasons to not trust her, but I want to trust her despite it, honestly.
That's Maya. That's who Mike is suspicious of.
Which one's Maya? The blonde
Blonde
one?
one.
Okay.
Yeah, she's had some pretty weirdo things done to her. Like she was just kind of skating by until she got involved in some craziness, and they turned her into weird werewolf stuff.
She can have kitty cat eyes and
Yeah.
claws and super fast healing and strength. They took basically all the Chimera thingies and they took different attributes from all the things and put them in her.
Do y'all know about Bliss?
Oh,
No, I don't know
Yeah.
about Bliss.
Oh,
Bliss
watch
is
out.
scary.
Scary.
She's like a scary child. She's the
No,
head
I don't
of
like that.
the Blackwatch Guild head.
Oh, I don't like
Just-
that.
And she's
Y'all
like,
Head of the guild, but she's a child?
he said, and when he was how old is he? 12 or something?
He was
thought
13
she,
or something.
yeah, he thought she was the same age or a little younger than him.
It's a little scary,
And she can break your mind.
basically.
No, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Everyone should be scared of Bliss.
It's like the girl from
I'm
the
scared
Rain.
of Bliss. Well, no, I think she actually comes off as kind of sweet and innocent, but
Yeah.
she's not.
I think Martin, you pegged it. It's the little sister in Dune. She's very much an
Okay.
overpowered kind of ooh, something's not right here. Yeah.
Yes, do dance. So when Bliss first met Calder, he's like a kid, and she's like, "You can call me." What did she say?
Not quartermaster.
Guildhead Bliss.
Guildhead or something.
And he's like, "Okay, thank you,
Thank you,
Guildhead Bliss."
He says
Yeah.
Bliss, and then she's like, "No, Guildhead." He's like, "Okay, Guildhead, Bliss." And so he's like, she's screwing with his head the entire time.
Wait a minute. So your book is just a bunch of who's on first garbage?
Well, but then he's finally like, "What do you want me to call you?" And she's like, "Oh, it doesn't matter. I just wanted to see how long you would do that." Like,
Totally messing with his mind.
yeah.
Like,
But she was reading him too to figure out if she needed to break him.
Mike's talking about Maya.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she definitely had some work. She got the alchemist to like work some magic on her. So hey, we've hit the hour mark here.
Whoa.
that was great.
Time flies when you're battling pirates.
Ninjas.
But I will say, for me, this has been very exciting, and I think what makes it even more exciting is that we are like reading basically two different sides of the same story, and we get to come here and do this, and sort of battle each other in real life. If only Will Wight could see us now.
Maybe Will, I hope you enjoy this VOD video on demand, and
I was
just
like, what?
really, we want to connect with you because we appreciate your work.
Yes,
And we want to know what's up with your brain because all this stuff came out of it.
Yes.
Yeah, this has been really fun so far, and I'm very much looking forward to finishing this and seeing what happens.
Yeah.
From my end.
Yeah.
So Adam, right now, we can go around the table and y'all let us know too. Are you going to finish this book, and then do you want to read the pirate one also?
Yeah, I do.
I'm definitely doing it, but opposite.
So next month we're just doing this again, but everybody read the other one.
No,
Just kidding. What are we actually doing?
Yeah, I think that this was to agree with Scott's sentiment. Good job, Christy. This was a good choice.
Thanks. No, I was really excited about it, and I wasn't sure it was going to work, but this actually has. So.
Yeah.
No, Rebecca.
And now we have our new T-shirt of Literarily Wasted.
No.
Flesh hole T-shirt.
Stay tuned.
So we do need to talk about July, though. We had an incredibly close race with the book poll. It's currently 86 to 83 votes. Solace by Gil Carriger is the winner for July.
All right.
But we have a question for you guys. For August, since 83 people voted for The Humans by Matt Haig, should we just do that?
Yeah.
You can chime in, and we're
wanna
thinking
say
about
both?
having
Comment
a
both
poll.
if you want to read both, and we'll read Solace first.
Yeah, either
Yes,
say
this is
both
now
or say no.
Mini
Comment
Adventures
both
in
or
Reading.
no. Yes. If you want to do Solace in July and Humans in August, say both. If you want to do Solace in July and something totally different, brand new poll, then say no. I see, sure, but
Both,
I said
yes, both.
no.
Both.
Both. Yes, but not yet. No, not yay. Stacy, both or no.
Go back to the comments.
I think that's a resounding.
both.
Matt Scalisi, not flesh hole. It's both or no.
Flash. What did he say? This is the Flash Gordon song. Oh, I got it. Flash hole.
Ew. Matt Scalisi, I'm gonna text your wife.
Uh-oh.
So good.
We got a
Ruined
no. We got a noth.
Nah.
We got a
Nose?
noth.
Okay.
Nose?
That's confusing.
Kelly says no.
So hey, I think what we're gonna do is put a poll out.
So listen, it doesn't mean that we're reading both in 1 month. It just means that for the next 2 months,
We would,
it would be.
it would usurp doing another poll. Yes.
It just means you wouldn't have to vote again until
Solace
August
would
or
be
September.
July. August would be.
Solace is July,
Solace
definitely.
is, yeah. But maybe we'll put up a poll in the lounge. This is a very informal poll, and this won't even be an option.
Nah.
But
It'll just be yes or no.
yeah.
Yeah,
Should we-
Solace, and then we'll figure it out, right?
But more announcements. More announcements.
Oh,
What are we
announcements.
doing
So
next
many
Wednesday?
announcements. Next Wednesday, y'all, we will be putting up an event later or tomorrow. we have a special edition of Adventures in Reading. We haven't done Adventures in Reading
Since Dragon Con?
since Dragon Con. So
Wow.
it's been far too long. But what better Adventures in Reading to do than our own adventure book? Beach Trip Beware.
What day is that?
That's going to be next Wednesday.
The
so
23rd.
Same time, same bat channel. Wednesday the 23rd, 7:30 p.m. All of us will be together. We're all going to be kind of reading. It's going to be a little bit different. We don't want to spoil the book for you, so we're going to get through at least one ending. We may kind of pick around, but we don't want to spoil everything, but we definitely want to show off what some of y'all have written and just give a teaser. Maybe we'll talk a little bit and I would invite all the contributors. Please join in on that. I'd love for y'all to kind of comment on your experience with Adventures in Reading, or we'll take a shot stories. But so special edition next week. We're going to go through this. And again, if you haven't been a part of Adventures in Reading, it's literally a live reading. It's a ton of fun. But like right here, I'd say take a shot. If you try to open the door, turn to page 75. If you try to push the button, turn to page 65. And then we'd find out. And we take just like a poll, just like that, kind of informal. And we say where we're going to go. But ton of fun. And guess what? Y'all wrote it. If you didn't see it, I did have an opportunity to get on one of our local ABC affiliates last week, I believe. And that was a ton of fun. So trying to get the word out there. If please, anyone and everyone who wants to share what we've done, do so. We appreciate it. It helps everyone, and I think it's just something to be proud of. So, guess what? You can still buy these through the end of the month.
That is the final announcement for tonight. Probably, I think. I don't know.
So.
I had a lot of sake.
Probably, yeah.
What was I saying? Yeah,
the
pre-orders, all pre-orders for the merch store, for all your cool nifty gifties, all your Lit Fam stuff, the book, all the shirts, the tote bags, the things, oh my God, there's so many. Oh my God, there's so many things. All the things. Pre-orders are open just until the end of this month. If you get them in on July 1st, you're too late. Just kidding. You can't. You can only do it in June. You must pre-order in June.
And y'all, if you've placed any order, and you don't have to order anything, we appreciate y'all so much. Anything that comes into us just helps us cover the cost of our website, covers the cost of streaming software, editing software. God, we have a lot of just expenses that go into this, and we always want it to be free for everyone in the community.
We would never make you pay for
book
we
would
club.
never. Yeah, this is not a paid endeavor.
If you paid for book club, then you wouldn't have that money to go buy books, and we all want to go buy books. We want you to buy books.
We'd rather you buy books than pay us money. So it just goes to
costumes,
support Adam's costume fees, and I know everyone loves to show their support in tangible ways. I know I do. Like, I need more T-shirts, so I will personally be buying my own T-shirts. But yeah,
we do buy our own T-shirts.
Yeah, we do. Like we for real like buy our own stuff. So thank you again for everyone who has purchased anything. We really do appreciate it. It's just a nice way to show your support for us, so we can just keep this free and going, and hopefully put that into more future projects in the future.
Yeah. So all good things, all fun things. Looking forward to talking about the second half of this book. So we got Adventures in Reading next week, and then is it the week after that what we're talking about?
Yeah. So we got 2 more weeks.
2 Wednesdays out.
Literally wasted for 3 weeks in a row.
Whoa.
Wow, it's gonna be a good month.
Rachel, we still have bookmarks available. Yes, yes. Normally we do bookmarks as like a donate thing. We'll take.
If you just send us a message.
Maybe we'll throw in some bookmarks all June. I think that would be a fun thing to do. I don't know.
So, but yeah, so we'll see you next week for sure, and then the week after that, it's going to be lots of fun.
Yep.
Tooth anniversary, everybody.
Toast. Oh, that was so loud.
That was well done. All right. Well, thank you for joining us tonight, and we hope you have a great rest of the week. And we'll see you next week for Adventures of Reading.
See you Wednesday.
Everybody.
Bye.
Cool.
That's my Batman. That's my
Bye.
Batman. Bye. Bye, everybody.